So you guys were I'm hearing a lot of you guys wanted a theme song shortened, so here we go. This girl reviews movies, games, and books. Sometimes she plays them. So does that, and when she does it with the cat, does that make her crazy? Does that make her crazy? Probably. So, it's shorter. There you go. Crazy Cat Lady or Martha Butler does not own any trailers or pictures. I use them under fair use, educational, for education and entertainment purpose. Hi, everybody, Martha here. So today we're doing the Supergirl Season 2, Episode 4. And so this is the episode where Cindy starts putting her bad guy group together. But this episode's is mostly about Artemis, because since it begins with Artemis going to see her parents in jail, Crusher and Tigress, and we also get to see her foster mom is treating her, which is not very good at all. Like one of those, she's just one of those foster ladies who's just in it for the money, really. So she does not care for like what she does, what she needs to do. So after we see her see both her parents and see a little where she puts her hand against the glass, showing how much she misses them, and she does believe that they're in it. She believes that they're innocent, and she probably was. She didn't know the situation fully at all. So since all the villains agreed not to tell their kids what they were doing, and so we end up seeing both Courtney and Pat talk about the crystal, and how they both learned about it. That Barbara told Pat, and that Beth told Courtney about it. That because the goggles said something about the crystal being out. So, but by the end of it, they don't know where it is still. And they both have to keep an eye on them, but it looks like the both Crusher and Tigress both escape from jail just to see Artemis try out for football. And they kidnap Mike and meet Pat at the garage, and tell him let us go and see our daughter try out. Then we promise we'll go right back to jail. Yes, these two are one of the most silly villains here. A lot of the villains right now are both pretty creepy. The Shade's pretty creepy. And usually when we see the crystal do something evil to somebody, try to possess them or absorb them, they're both pretty creepy about it. We do later on, we see the Shade confront Courtney where she doesn't have the staff in a bookstore, and how he explains to her Pat's not being not being truthful to you, because how Dr. Moon Knight's daughter, who was killed by the crystal when she was 10, and he just wants to get rid of the crystal, and because he's bored. We don't know why. So, and she does confront Pat about both of them. Like, why didn't he tell her that Crusher and Tigress are both escape, or why did he not bring up what had Doctor Midnight's daughter? And he just he wants to protect her. And I do like one thing I did like the whole entire thing with Barbara and Tigress and Crusher and Pat's little conversation about before they go to the tryouts, about like how Pat and Crusher couldn't be friends because they're gonna try to kill each other, and how Barbara still is based. They just doesn't have coffee together, a cup of coffee together, even though she would not drink that because the caffeine. It's not good for you. So yeah, it's that little conversation was pretty cool. And Cindy goes talks to the fiddler's son, and like offers him to join her group, and yeah, he does not know how to play a fiddle, so or a violin, so you would have to definitely learn about this, and he try she's being super nice to him. And she didn't try to use the crystal on him, so that's pretty good. But she is telling him that she's lying to him. What happened to her mom was not Courtney's fault. That was more Crusher and Tigress's fault. Yep, he fails to mention that part to him. I mean, the fiddler probably was probably we don't know what happened to his dad, but as far as we know, his mom was killed by her own members. So she's not going to mention that part, is she? No. So Sydney interrupts the tryouts after Artemis does a great throw, and makes it because she sees her mom and dad in the audience cheering for her, even though they are doing a bad job hiding. She ends up thinking, and the crystal ends up affecting her, and she ends up going after Courtney because she thinks that Courtney is a cop, because the crystal makes her see a bunch of cops going after her parents while they're sitting down. So even though that's pretty far away, like she's not even near the crystal, but it's still able to affect her. I just think it mainly goes on her fears and stuff like that, and feeds on her basically her anger too. So since she attacks somebody in front of the coach, basically, she does not get to be on the football team. So Sydney offers her to join the group, and so now she has 2 members to join. Now she just has to convince Cameron and Mike to join too, because those are the pictures that she showed during the second episode. So I don't know how she's gonna. Those two really are both really, especially Mike is really supportive of his sister. I know he's really lonely sometimes, but I don't think he would betray Courtney. And Cameron really has no idea what's going on. So, because nobody wants to tell him that what happened with his dad. And really, he should be mad at Mike for this, not Courtney, because who killed his dad? Mike. So, yeah, a lot of the people that they should be mad at are not here. Are not on the bad guys. Are not on the good side. So, on the side that they're fighting against. So, I don't know. But this episode is pretty. This episode was not as good as the last episode. It was mostly a little funny episode because we get to see two villains happily going to go see their kid trial, and then they're happily going right back to jail. Yes, they went back to jail. So yeah, these two, and they didn't really hurt anybody really. I mean, not really. During this episode, they're just being they're just being their talkative self. These two are pretty funny though sometimes. So it was a good episode, and we did get to learn a little bit about like the first person who discovers the crystal, and they don't know what happened to him. They just found out that was on an island, and he went and got there. We don't know what happened to him though afterwards. And we also learned that Dr. Midnight was the one that was trying to contact Beth, not Chuck, because he is alive in the Shadow Realm. I guess this is the place that the Shade sends his people after so he didn't kill him. So that's what he meant in the last episode when he said, you don't understand what you're talking about, young lady. I didn't kill him. I just sent him to the Shadow Realm. we're in Lucio now. So we gotta figure out how we're gonna get him out of the Shadow Realm, or whatever you want to call that place. So I'm gonna give this episode a a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. So I'll see you guys later. Like, favorite, and subscribe, and bye bye.